You hear this? All right, so what'd you do to get past that?
And I needed to talk to someone.
Redemption here.
The road to redemption begins now. But, you know, with events like the Galleon, there's some tips that I think we can give some game mode to game mode. So, first off, let's talk about badges, Danny. What's your approach going into a 1v1 game when it comes to badges?
Sure thing. The first thing I want to check is that I don't need any teammate badges here. I'm not going to be setting screens, so I'm going to take brick wall off. I'm going to make sure that I can use my advantage. I'm going to go in with a 6'8" build, and I don't want any...
Still very early in the season here, but Teams Greg beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talent.
Getting ready to come in for Washington. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Martin's checked in for Avdia. And Morris subbed in for DeLon Wright. Rainman checked in for Detroit. A very nice moment for MP. It was announced he was the NBA Player of the Week.
And hard to argue with that choice given the numbers MP put up. He was a man on a mission all week long.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Running the wings, they'll go with Ivy and Bay. Bogdanovich out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Rainman in at the point guard position.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Fires for three. And it's Rainman missing. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And they won the season series against this club last year. But, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams. I mean, a natural scorer, Ivy, is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Morris passes to Gafford. Beal deciding where to go with it. Six to shoot. Offline with the baseline jumper. Pistons leading by 4. Outside Bogdanovich. For 3. And he nails it. The three-pointer falls from the Rainman. Rainman's got 8 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Morris passes to Beal. Martin with it. Three-pointer. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
There's the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. That one falls. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break add to your total in a hurry.
Always a shame to see a guy like Bradley Beal have to go in for season-ending surgery like he did in 2022.
Well, that decision, I think, was tough, but in the end, for the length and longevity of his career, was the smart one for Bradley. Get himself fully healthy, fully physically and mentally ready to get back on the NBA floor and be as productive as he's been throughout his career.
Morris passes to Barton. Nice ball movement by Washington. Hachimura kicks to Morris. Gafford trying to break free. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Hachimura.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. In college at Gonzaga, Rui Hachimura was a finalist for the Player of the Year award.
And not bad company that year, Kevin, alongside Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. Probably one of the most talented fields for that award we've seen in a long time.
Detroit making a switch here. Noel's checked in for Stewart. Bagley comes in for Bogdanovich. Diallo's checked in for Sadiq Bey. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ivy. Back to Morris. To the middle. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Three-pointer, Martin.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Rainman. And another three for Detroit. With how well MP has been playing lately, it's a little surprising, Greg, that more fans haven't gotten behind him.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving them what they want. But nonetheless, what they wanted was Shep on. Then it'll take a lot of great nights for MP to satisfy those fans.
Pistons leading by 14. And another three for Detroit.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter. His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
The three. Another three for Detroit.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
So it's Washington now. Martin passes to Gafford. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Trying to get open is Hachimura. Gafford misses. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Pacers.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. 12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Fades back. Rebound, Detroit.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And he's good on the three ball.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And there it is for him. And that's 31 points for Rainman.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of...
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And Stephen Clark, Pistons pretty much in control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Well, it's no secret that MP was a very controversial pick, Greg, by this team. The debate between him and Shep Owens will be argued for a long time, I'm sure.
And you can see both sides of the argument. A player who does the little things versus an athletic monster with upside. The fan base, though, has made it pretty clear they want it on.
Kuzma will step in at the 4, at Porzingis at center. Monte Morris is out there with Wright, and it's Avdia in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Avdia. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Right, the pass to Morris. Now, Avdia. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession for the Pistons. Bogdanovich is checked in for...
Substitution on the court.
Outside, Beal. Passes it to Barton. Now, Hachimura. And here's Avdia. Inside, Beal. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Here's Rainman. Good. Another from 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Barton kicks to Hachimura. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And again for 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Washington shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Rainman passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happened.
Beal with the bucket.
Oh, Beal measured that floater just right.
Here's Rainman. He's covered by Beal. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping him from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Takes the 3. Bagley with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Rainman with the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Beal, and he can't stop the run as he misses. And, well, Detroit shooting a magnificent 69% in this game.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Avdia. Dishes it to Beal. Pass to Hachimura. The shot misses. And it's Detroit the other way. From deep. Rebound, Washington. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure. And that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Beal, the pass to Barton. Now, here's Avdia. Hachimura with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
Well, the compromised defense happened because of the attacking mentality of Hachimura.
The Wizards shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Hachimura hits them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Right wing. Here's Rainman. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Bradley Beal, so thick and strong, gets fouled, but still manages to get that shot off.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game. Shoot two.
The first free throw is good.
Well, a top player at the shooting guard position, Beal seems to kick his game up a notch every year in the league.
8 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Rainman. And again for three.
What a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Rainman.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offense.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shop. So often it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league, and who compliments you along the way. So it's
good. Another from 3.
Splashes home another 3, and he moves into second place all time with that make for a game.
Greg, you have to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going to go in. He just keeps raining it down on him. Porzingis kicks to Morris. Outside, Beal. High post try. That's good on the jump shot. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Bradley Beal, one of the best scorers in the NBA.
Cunningham passes to Burks. Here's Rainman. Lets it go with a 3. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Washington making a change here. Martin's checked in. Diallo, he's checked in for the Pistons. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Washington. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Beal. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Kispert's checked in for Beal. And Detroit with a change here, too. Bagley's checked in.
I like Hachimura on the inside, patience and capitalizing from that tight spot.
Rainman with the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Morris. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from the Rainman. There's the three. And again for three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
And again,
he's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring. Morris outside. Five on the clock. Back to Barton. Will it go? Rebounded by the Pistons. Bagley's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Diallo. Here's Rainman. Off target from outside. Washington has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Pass to Kispert. Hachimura against Noel. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
And here's the fast break. And he knocks it down. Good looking through there from the Rainman.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Barton kicks to Morris. Back to Barton. Morris right side. Here's Kispert. The Wizards with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Good, that's another bucket.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Barton surveying the floor. Here's Hachimura. Gafford trying to break free. Nails the baby hook. Hachimura's got his second basket of the night. Here's Rainman. Offensive rebound. Back to Noel. Pistons passing it around. Here's Rainman. And got it! Another basket. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
To the wing on the left. Diallo the pass to Rainman. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Here's Barton. On the wing, Morris. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so is Detroit, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Davis is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Kispert. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Carey in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Rainman. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Back to Davis. Passes it to Carey. Barton outside. There's the triple. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Barton finds Davis. To the inside. Kispert. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Kispert's got his first points of the night.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. Here's Rainman. Long range from the inbound. Good, he hits again.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record book.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
Don't want to go inside with the height and reach of Marvin Bagley around.
Marvin Bagley the third.
The first one falls. Detroit making a switch. Livers is checked in, and both free throws good for Davis. And looking at Marvin Bagley the third, a skilled forward, Brent, who has struggled to stay healthy.
Well, back in 2018, Bagley was selected number 2 in the NBA draft. So if he finds a way to stay healthy and gets into the right situation, maybe some of those doors to his talent start to open up.
Brent, with the way shooting has evolved, do you think they might move the three-point line further out at some point?
I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but I have heard some great ideas, and who knows?
Here's Rainman. Another 3 for Detroit.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Back to Barton. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Carey. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jalen Duran.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
And looking at the Pistons' recent performance break, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Livers at the line for 1.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Davis, the pass to Kispert. Davis up top. That one's not going to go. The Pistons go the other way with it. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. That one goes in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And there's the pass to Kispert. And here is Gibson, defended by Bagley. Kispert wide open, he fires, and another miss by Washington. The Pistons have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Again, the Pistons score.
Takes contact, and a good job of Bagley fighting through at that time.
Davis surveying the floor. Can they get it? He kicks to Kispert. Pass to Barton. Outside, Davis. A 3-ball. And no good that time. Great D that time from the Rainman.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Knocks it loose. Here's Livers. Right side Bagley. Bucket is good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Martin passes to Davis. And here is Kispert. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Diallo against Barton. Outside for Davis. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Got to keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
Pass to Rainman. And another three for Detroit.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Martin passes to Kispert. To the paint, here's Davis. And he banks in the lane. 6 points for Johnny Davis.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
And finished off by Davis.
Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Here's Rainman. Good. Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Gibson against Bagley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Taj Gibson is not going to back down from anybody. He really does enjoy when the game gets physical.
Taj Gibson taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the Wizards, one of these teams that's still in search of an identity. They've got a lot of skilled players, but it's really hard to say right now what this team is all about.
Detroit making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. And both free throws good from Gibson. A factor in Washington's lack of identity has to be, Brent, their frequent roster changes.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. There's been a revolving door there, and the front office makes a lot of moves. They're just trying to capture something, trying to get their star player healthy, and trying to regroup and see if something clicks.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now here is Davis. D right on him. Pass to Kispert. Now here's Barton. Wizards passing it around. Now the pass to Kispert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Carey rebounded by the Pistons. Diallo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Rainman. And again for 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And the only thing that can slow down his three-point onslaught, maybe a break in play.
Well, this crowd can do nothing but watch in awe, GA. He has been spectacular.
Man, this shooting display could be in a museum, an absolute masterpiece from deep.
Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Down low. No good from Gibson. Pistons shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Here's Rainman. And yep, another basket.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable. Now, Kispert. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. He's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And a moment here to catch his breath from this scoring rampage.
Yeah, giving his team life, and these fans enjoying the show despite themselves.
Put a hand up, put two hands up, an arm, a leg. It's not bothering him right now. All of these shots are just working. He's a force on offense.
Pass to Rainman. And good, he hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Back to Davis. Poke loose. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Here's Rainman. And another 3 for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Davis, the pass to Kispert. Back to Davis. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Outside, Davis. Floats one. It's tipped. But Trey connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Barton kicks to Kispert. .130 left in the 4th quarter of this one. 5 to shoot. Passes to Davis. The 3. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rainman.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
At the line for the Wizards.
And the first one at the line is good.
And over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Rainman. And another three for Detroit.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Has to carry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from the Rainman.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Kispert. 4 on the clock over Diallo. Kispert no good. From deep 3-point range, it's off. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And